everybody, and welcome to February's wrap-up. Not reading wrap-up, I'm going to film that tomorrow, I think.
No, this is natter time.
Natter wrap-up.
Natter time.
I think we need to push you back into the camera, Gary.
Oh, I'm not in the camera. There we am.
You're in the camera. So, I've got some tea, some little tea. So we'll pour some tea and we'll have a chat about February, because February's been an adventure.
As ever.
We've not done anything apart from we've gone to Doddington Hall for Valentine's Day.
We did, yes.
Which we really enjoyed. We went for a walk to Doddington Hall, didn't we? And we did a vlog on here and put it up. And the rest of February was shut down for some building work that we've had. We've also been to the theatre twice. Last night, which was the 1st of March, we'll class it as February's. I went to see Dracula and then the Michael Jackson show, the Michael Jackson tribute by Ben. And that was at Lincoln Theatre, which is a really good theatre, isn't it?
Yeah, little, but it's good.
But anyway, let's go back to... Oh, I've got my mic on. I thought I've not got my mic on then. Let's go back to the beginning of February. So we'd planned our work for... What date was it? I can't remember. And we closed the diary for a week, didn't we? Because I had a week off. It was just taking the bath out and retiling.
We planned the work for the week after Valentine's Day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So 2 weeks up to build up to Valentine's Day. We had a nice Valentine's Day.
We did.
And then the work was supposed to be commenced the following Monday. And it did.
Yeah, they came in and it was excellent. They ripped it all out. And it's very messy, as you know. Very loud. Very upheavally. But it was fine. And then they came the next day and they do what they call tank it, where they board it all out. And then they put like a covering, like a paint thingy to stop it getting damp and stuff. And then they put the shower cubic, the new shower tray in.
Yeah, before the cat tanked it.
Before they tanked it, sorry, I lost track. Anyway, then the plumber comes in to do the tiling. And you'd come to work by this point, hadn't you? And he came in with his little helper. And all week the energy had been great. They've been doing it, they've been getting it done. Get some tea, Gary, you're slurping.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna slurp now. That's got to pay me back that. Anyway, so he came in to do the tiling, and there was just this constant all the time moaning about the thickness of the walls, moaning about the thickness of the tiles, moaning about the lad that owns a company, moaning about everything. Both of these fellas that came. We have this thing on the door where it says door open, door closed. It's a security thing. It comes as part of the alarm. They were moaning about that. But they kept letting the door go, so it kept doing that. And the energy in the house went right. He's just, by the way, if he's looking away, he's on his laptop, uploading a video. You're on camera now, Gary.
I know, I was trying to do both at the same time. But as ever, men cannot multitask.
I'm having to move this because you look at it.
It can't be done.
Just stop it now. Disturbing the flow. So, and anyway, he did the tiling, and it looked all right, didn't it?
No, it didn't. It didn't.
No, it didn't look. I'm sorry, because it's been that much. It didn't look all right.
He used the wrong adhesive.
Yeah, he used the wrong adhesive, so they kept slipping. So we had to come in. So he comes in the next day, and he says, we'll see if they've set, but I've had to put that much adhesive on. They might not have done. So he comes in and he says, unfortunately, they've not set. So I'm going to go away and come back later today and see if they have. So all day I was sat here waiting for him. And you know when you've got tradesmen in, you actually can't...
Slept again.
You can't settle and you can't get on with anything else. So the next day he came back in on the Thursday, wasn't it?
He eventually came back on the Thursday, yes, and he literally ripped all the tiles back off the wall because they weren't set.
Tiles back off the wall.
Because it turns out he used the wrong adhesive.
He used the wrong adhesive, so then they had to go and get up on the other boxes of tiles and scrape cement off the tiles and all of that. So that was the Friday, and he was here all day, right up until 6, 7 o'clock at night. His wife ringing him up every 2 minutes, moaning at him. Other work colleagues moaning at him, encouraging him to leave the job unfinished. Energy in the house was awful. And I went in and I said, oh, actually, I said, it's a good job. Actually, when you said you had to take them all off again, I was a bit, but they actually did look a little bit better. From my layman's eye, they did look better. And he went, no. And I was like, well, usually, but they also as well.
It's like having Gordon Ramsay at your tea, though, isn't it? And you're going up and you're going, oh, that's amazing, Gordon, because you're expecting it to be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, and Gordon Ramsay, that's all right. They're all right. Shit, really, but threw it together.
He was moaning that his back was hurting, but it's a tailor. Anyway, we'll come to that story again. He was moaning that his hands were hurting with all this cement. And Saturday morning, the owner of the company rang us and said the tiles are having to come off. They've set, and he's actually grouted them, and he's put a poor excuse for sealant around the shower base, but they've all got to come off. And by this time, it's like, yeah, but I've got clients all next week, and this is a messy job, so that means you have to go in and drill it all off. So you're going back a week, and he comes in, and I was like, well, is it just because I don't know he's got a bit of OCD, the builder. The one that owns the company were like, well, if it's not perfect for him, but it's all right for him. We didn't see anything wrong with it, and then he came in and pointed out that when they do tiles, it's like bricks. So there's a couple of the tiles, 2 or 3 of them that are different. Like say
they've put them, it's like putting the jigsaw the wrong way around. Basically, it fits, but it doesn't line up.
Yeah.
Because it's a jigsaw with all the same pieces, but it's supposed to line up with the cement lines. Are supposed to line up all the way down, and he's put them the wrong way. So the cement line doesn't line down on every alternate line of tiles, which we didn't notice, did we?
No. And we did notice that the sealant at the bottom was horrible.
We did notice that. Yes,
it was horrible. So sorry for coughing because the dust stuck to my throat. I've got a mic on and didn't realise. Anyway, there we go. And I was like, so he said, oh, it's got to come off, but I don't know when it's going to come off, the tiles. And it's like, what?
Well, no, he says, well, there's 2 options. You leave it as it is, or they're going to have to come off. And he said, what do you want to do? Because he started telling us a load of tales about this plumber that he's been using. He's not that good. And he'd only just passed his tiling course.
Yeah, because he kept saying something like, oh, my tiler on my other job. And I think we just got to a point where we said, isn't he a tiler? Oh, no, he just done an online tiling course and he's shit at it. That's what it basically said. And then by this time, the decorators arrived to do the roof, and they're talking amongst themselves about how shit he is. And this builder who owns a company just sicked it all up. And talk about hanging himself, about how he's bust someone's pipes in a bedroom and they've had 3 leaks coming in, and this decorator had to go in and...
And this is his plumbing, not his tiling.
This is his plumbing. And I was like, well, I'll tell you what I said. With the stories you've already told me, the fact that you've admitted yourself that the tiles are not to your standard, I don't really want him doing again because of all that.
We don't want him to do them anyway, at least. We don't want him to do them,
and all the rest of that busy. So take it off the pavement. It's not going to, the tile's not going to leak. Take it off the pavement, and it is what it is. But then he's got all stressed through the week as the owner. And it's like, I can't put my name to this job, so I wanted to ask Claire if I can come in during the year and we'll just get it all put in now, and then we'll come back through here and we'll redo it all. And I was like, oh God, you know what it's like energy-wise, I can't deal with it. And I was like, and I've got to a point where I've just said no, because it's just, we live busy lives. I'm self-employed, and you're going to be self-employed soon. And just the upheaval of it, and the thing is, because how they've got all their work scheduled in, they're all over the place. You see them for an hour and they're gone, and then you're left hanging. And I can't deal with that. And I said to you, if ever we did the bathroom again or a kitchen, I'd go stay in a hotel or an Airbnb. And I would say that to anyone, especially if you're sensitive to energies and clutter and dust and mess and upheaval, for your mental health and energetic health, get out and go stay at a hotel, even if it's just a travel lodge.
Or go on a tiling course and do it yourself, because you probably just do just as good a job. You know,
because to actually stay in a house with these modern day builders is horrific. It's horrific. Never again.
So we came to the conclusion we weren't going to use the same plumber, and he says, my other plumber is better plumber. he's not going to be available because he's busy, because he's his best plumber. So we had to wait all week for him to come and not finish the job. We have now a shower that works and doesn't leak. But we've still not finished the job because the sink's not in, and there's a few other bits that need doing. So we're still a bit upheavaled, aren't we? And we don't know when it's going to finish because.
So for although we've had the big deep cleaner, we've cleaned it because it's all that needs to happen now is the sink to go in. The kitchen's still got the bathroom door in it because the bathroom's that small.
Yeah.
But I still can't really do sessions because, like, literally we are on this plumber's itinerary. So he could text me and say, right, I'll be there in an hour. And if I've got a client and you're not here, I'm in shit. So I'm still like, no sessions because I just can't.
No, it's awkward, isn't it?
And I can't, and I don't do sessions when they're
and they're not being very helpful in giving us an idea of when they're going to be as well. Because you could have scheduled in some sessions last week. But you couldn't because you just didn't know when they were going to come.
Could be Monday, could be Tuesday, could be Thursday, coulda, shoulda, woulda, and you can't live like that. No. You can't be getting yourself all psyched up for a Reiki and knowing that your client's getting psyched up for a Reiki and doing the releasing and then go, I'm sorry, plumber's here. Also as well, and I've said this to you, when your house is in disarray, to do energetic work on clients isn't good. And I won't work like that. Like, I set up on this table to do some video content's fine. But, you know, even that, because the room just got so messy. And because we weren't showering for like 2.5 weeks, the house started to smell. Strip washes can only take you so far.
Yeah, we had to get a hotel Thursday night, didn't we, just to use the shower.
This was funny. Guess what he did? He booked it under, because we stayed in a hotel in Lincoln, but he booked it under his mum and dad's address, so it wouldn't look like we were having an affair. Because I'd have thought Lincoln, because literally we stayed around the corner.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to spend a fortune on petrol to go to a hotel 70 miles away when we live around the corner.
And to get a shower was amazing, but I will say something. One of the things it's taught me, and I don't know if people have realised this, but I wash my hair every day, and I have done for years. I went through, going through, adolescence, got really greasy hair and stuff, and it used to get, you used to have your Sunday night baths back in the 90s, back in the olden days. Well, my hair would get really greasy, so I got to washing my hair every day, especially as a woman. But what I've realised is I don't need to, and that I actually can scrape it back and clip it back. I can say I washed it. And I've realised that I can actually just wash my hair now a couple of times a week. And I possibly could even go longer. So that is a positive, that's a plus side, because washing your hair in a sink is a bind. And I've realised that now, and that's actually released me from so much. And the hair is starting to feel in better condition. Because...
You should do, because you're washing the essential oils off.
And one of the things I've got is a paddle brush, because I'm watching this, I can't remember what she's called now. Vintage Doll's House or something, and she was talking about 1940s women and how they used to look after themselves and beauty and stuff, and they used a paddle brush because it was great for curls, but it was also great for moving the oils through the hair. Now I spend a fortune on getting different oils because my hair's so dry. When it's so stupid, all I need to do is get a paddle brush and brush it morning and night and keep brushing it to move those natural oils through it. So that's a plus side of it. And also the beauty of getting a shower. We take it for granted. To be able to walk into a room, you've got your products there, you put in a plug if it's a bath, you switch it on if it's a shower. And it's just the simple things that we take for granted every day.
Definitely.
That when you haven't got them and you're stinking and your house is starting to stink and you think, we moan about so much as people. But yeah,
not good.
Well, tradespeople. I'm just losing faith with the whole... I don't know what it's like in other countries, but in this country, it's not good at the minute.
No, they're all up their own asses, aren't they, basically? Sorry about my French. But they're just running around trying to do too much work. Yeah. And it's like any other business out there. People are trying to do too much. Yeah. They're just really trying to do too much. And it's impeded on everybody else, unfortunately. Yeah. And if something does go wrong, there ain't any time to make it up. Because we're living in the same world on this, to be honest with you. I'm doing too much, so we're not doing video content when we should be doing video content. You know what I mean? So I'm two of pentacles at the minute.
He's just done his tarot card.
I thought you'd like that. So I'm in between jobs, aren't I? I want to quit my other job, but I'm struggling to get confidence to do this job. So so I'm trying to do two things at once, and it's probably not working as well as it should do.
I've forgotten something.
What?
In the mix of all this, Gary goes and gets his level 1 attunement in Reiki. Because right in the smack bang middle of it, and we got to a point where I must admit privately I was thinking, should we actually reschedule this? But Reiki comes when it needs to come. And actually, I think it was meant to happen. So you've gone through your Reiki level 1 attunement process. You're going through your 21 days, so we've had that as well.
Yeah, but I'm 6 days in. I think 6?
Yeah.
6? 5, 6?
Yeah.
Something like that.
But the strange thing is, because I don't teach Reiki, I'm not a Reiki teacher. Reiki master, but I haven't done my teaching. So I've never experienced what it is to live with someone that gets attuned. But it was last Sunday you went for it. I actually knew the time that you had your attunement because I felt it. And I felt a shift in myself as well. So I did a little mini purge as well this week. Not like you have. And I wasn't expecting that. So we had that going on, Reiki attunement purging going on, smelly bodies going on, perimenopause hormonals going on. So yeah,
other things going on.
It's been an interesting week.
It's been emotional, as what's his name? Vinnie Jones likes to come out in his films. It's been emotional this week. It's been a roller coaster, and we've been to the theatre twice as well. Yeah, which was good. We really enjoyed that.
Just after Christmas, was it?
Yeah,
Christmas and New Year.
So one of them I booked through work, and because I showed it to Claire, because Claire's favourite book is I could say Hound of the Baskervilles. Where did that come from?
I don't know. Maybe it is, but I've not read it yet.
No, it is Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
And they're doing the show in Lincoln. Well, I think they're touring all around the country, but they did the show at Lincoln Theatre. Yeah. And they were doing subsidised tickets through work for the social club at work. So I managed to get us 2 tickets. So that's good. And we thought, Lincoln Theatre, we've not really looked at this. We've been in Lincoln for nearly 2 years, and we've not really, because we thought, provincial theatre, it probably won't have that much on that we're interested. And we're quite surprised it did. Yeah. And the very next night, it had another show that Claire really wanted to see, which is a Michael Jackson impersonator. Yeah. And apparently he's supposed to be one of the best ones. Yeah. He's been doing it on the West End for quite some time.
I think he does it globally as well. And I was like, theatre 2 nights in a row, but we actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
And we'll start the Dracula. The Dracula, I've never seen them act like this, but they all took on different roles as well. And they all did voiceover for different roles as well, and it worked as well.
Yeah. It took a little bit to get into, didn't it? The first 5-10 minutes, it's like, what the hell's going on here? But they were all lead actor or actress, weren't they? They were all the lead, and they were all supporting, and so they all had as much in the show as everybody else, and it was really good. Yeah, I think 3 different people played Dracula, and mostly they stayed in character other than that, I think. Yeah. But they played numerous characters, because one guy played Dracula and Van Helsing, or the older Dracula before he became the younger Dracula. Yeah. It was good. It was good. It was a really good show. It was over a couple of hours, wasn't it?
And it flew as well.
It did fly, it did.
I've been to the theatre in the past. I've been sat there thinking, God, when's the break? I know that sounds awful, but sometimes you can go on the quite naff productions. But I've really enjoyed this past both. Pre and post. Sitting gone really quick and.
Oh, it flew by. I mean, I'm sure it was a good hour and a bit for each sitting. And they flew by, especially the second sitting. That's the second part. I thought it was only on half an hour. I thought, bloody hell, they're finished already. And I looked at my watch, it was nearly 10 o'clock.
Yeah, because they're just, really good. And I've had a look at the booklet online. Sorry, I just kicked the table. Booklet online. And they've got so much on. And what I found as well is, even stuff that you won't go see, this sounds random, even stuff that you won't go see, I actually would, because of the way it's been presented. I've lived in Leeds all my life, apart from now, And the amount of times I'd look at the Grand Theatre or West Yorkshire Playhouse and go, oh. Because I actually do like the theatre, but there's just never a one, really. And everything that is a bit like, especially if it Leeds Grand. But I was looking at this, I was like, I could actually do a regular thing.
Well, it's because it's like the Leeds Grand, sometimes they have a show on for weeks on end as well. This one, it doesn't, it's just, there's almost some every night. There's some individual, I think they have their own theatre group, so they might do a couple of nights or something like that with that. But other than that, there's some on every night. There's comedians on, lots of impersonators, musical impersonation shows and things like that. But other shows, you know, it's quite good. It's quite impressive.
So I'm going to go more often now. Once we've done this filming, I'm going to have a cup of coffee and a bagel tart. I've got to bring my niece up as well, and I'm going to have a look at it and see what else is on.
Yeah.
I struggled with the Michael Jackson thing at first. I don't know what it was, but I don't know if it was just sadness at what we've lost or just feeling a bit. Because I think Michael, I think he's like Diana. They held such light that not many people can take them off, I don't think. You know, there was just, I don't think it was just the looks or the music or the fact of, they just held the frequency. And it took me a while to really get into it. But also as well, there'd been loads of people drinking, because I'm not drinking. I've gone on full-time sober, I've been gradually going into it. The smell of booze in that theatre last night, we didn't have it with the Dracula, was just, I felt really gippy. I know when you're going through your like perimenopause, you can get sensitive to smell, but it was so gippy last night. And then when I got in there, and it felt quite like the energy coming in of drink, but once I relaxed, it was fine.
It might have been because we were near the other side last night, and it was the bar side.
Yeah, and it was just like wafted.
So it might be where they slosh the drink because they're coming into the theatre. I don't know.
Yeah, so I did enjoy it. So I would recommend, if you go see him, Ben, I felt at first it took a bit to get your head around that this is an impersonator. But once
and it's serious.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You could ask, but it's comical almost.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know, because you don't expect it, do you? You think it's going to be a more comic act.
Yeah,
when
it's not.
It's not. It's serious, and it's really good.
Yeah.
He's got a really good voice. He can dance.
Yeah.
Not as good as Michael Jackson, but I don't think anybody can sing and dance like Michael Jackson could.
No.
Well,
even you said on the way home last night in the car that even Michael Jackson struggled to be Michael Jackson towards the end.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big thing.
It's like Elvis struggled to be Elvis.
Yeah, they all struggle to be that character.
So yeah, it's difficult. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a good show. He's really good at what he does. And you know, the band was good. And dancers were good as well. Yeah, it was good. Good show.
Yeah, enjoyed it. So I think, you know, content-wise, we're going to do a video, I think, about you're going to be, if you're on GT Tarot, we're also doing work on there. Also, I've started doing role reads again and Trump reads again, political reads again, because I don't know a sabbatical from that content. But I'm back now, and I'm actually enjoying it now again.
Yeah.
So that's on GT. I think people are a bit confused of why I don't do all that content on my other one. It's because a lot of people that go there are not into that type of stuff. They don't want to know about role reads and Trump reads and all of that. They like the well-being stuff and the tarot scopes. They don't want to see all that. I've met people halfway in the middle, that people on there that do with the Thursday readings that I do, but they don't want to be seeing Trump Tarot. So with your channel, I can just throw as much content on there as I want now.
Yeah, but she can do what she wants.
So there's all that coming up. And then I think on my channel as well, on Claire Thacker, I'm going to do a meeting with you where you talk about your Reiki attunement.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I, you know, like the podcast that I do with different creators and different healers and stuff. So I think that'll be, because you've come from such a scientific background, to go through Reiki and to have the reaction that you have had. Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to share it on there. So we'll do that at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Is that an invite, is it?
That's an invite, yeah.
We've got it recorded.
Yeah, I'll do it in the office. I'll do it in the office and you can do it here.
Do it on Zoom.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Claire, get me a cup of tea. But
I wish you'd stop going down there and coming off that camera, Gary. Because you're going horrible. Yeah, so, yeah, it's been an alright month, actually.
It's like I say, it's been emotional.
Yeah. It's
been emotional. We've got there kind of in the end. Bathroom is what it's going to be. You know what I mean? It's not going to win any awards. Let's put it that way. But it's functional. It does what its job, and I'm not upset with it.
No.
Usually with stuff like this, I'd probably like wanting to rip them off myself if I didn't think it was right, and I don't have that feeling for it.
I think because the bathroom, we've realised that when we moved in here, for although it was newly renovated, it was a bit of a cowboy that's done it. And because it's not perfect, I mean, you can't see it as a layperson, but if you've got a trained eye, you can see in there the issues that are in there.
Yeah.
I'd be more upset if we just had it done and it was nicely done. But because it's not, and we know that, you know...
Yeah. It's not going to be forever. I think it'll do us for what we need out of it. It's fine.
I'm just glad we got rid of that plumber, but trust your intuition as well, because that day when you came back, I said, I don't feel well. I felt really on edge and agitated, and it's taken me a while to come, because when your house is such a calm oasis, when you get somebody that comes in that is anything but, you feel it, and I'm just not used to people storming about. And being like that, and just weird energies going on. And
yeah, when you got the second plumber came on Friday, this Friday gone, it was night and day, wasn't it? You said with the energy. He's a nice chap. And you see, competent chap as well. He just got on with his job and did what he needed to do, which is what you want, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a shame we didn't get him first, but hey ho.
Well, that's it.
Got a hey ho in.
Yeah, got a hey ho in. That's February, so we'll see you soon, and we'll more content coming up in March, and
we've got stuff coming up. We were going to do the theatre, but to be honest with you, it didn't seem worthwhile because you wouldn't have got any of this show anyway.
You can't film in there, so
you're not allowed to film in there. So it'd just been us going in, us coming out, us going home.
Yeah,
might have been a bit dull. I think we've been through the highlights.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have found it interesting to see what the theatre's like and all that kind of stuff. We'll do it. We'll go again.
Yeah, we'll go again. The energies have settled, and we'll
go again, and we'll do a bit of filming inside the theatre. And
because we were going to go for a meal out, but because we're so, I couldn't be arsed going out and having a meal out, and
we just felt rushed, didn't it? And obviously, I'm doing my healing as well.
Yeah,
trying to get that in every day.
Bless you.
So yeah, it's been busy, hasn't it? We're getting there, though. Yeah. We're getting there. We're catching up with content.
Yeah.
So much for my rest Sunday, if you're watching Inspiration. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Sunday day rest hasn't worked for me today.
You didn't rest this morning. Well, you have a rest at day now, Gary.
I spent all morning on Temu.
I know, he's found Temu. I don't use it, but...
A bit addicted to Temu. I'm not sure about it yet.
Yeah, I've told you what I think of it. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll hope you had a good February. Let me know in the comments what you did. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.
So long for now.
Bye.
Bye.